back, enchanters, to another complete collection unveiling of the White Woodland Disney Traditions by Jim Shore. Really excited to bring this to y'all. I've been wanting to bring this video in particular to you for quite some time, and I'm able now to just share all these amazing semi-little collections that you can start collecting today for your collection, and to support you in identifying what the price points are right now in the secondary market and how easy or attainable this set is to complete. Before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Jean-Pierre Bon Jovi. If you're meeting me for the first time and the YouTube algorithm has you landed here, I'd love for you to stay connected and be a part of our tribe here with our fellow enchanters. So don't forget to smash that subscribe button below, and most importantly, hit that bell to get notified every time we upload content every Monday and Thursday on this channel. It means the world to have you here, and I would hate to lose you. Outside of that, we have some giveaways. We do giveaways once a month. You gotta check our videos to see which video is featuring a giveaway. But we also are having a 2,000 subscriber mark giveaway. All you have to do to be entered to that is make sure you subscribe and you share and tag me somewhere on socials, whether that be TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. You can find me on all of my socials by clicking the link below, my link tree. Some pieces I do sell. You can, and I am a retailer as well. So if you are interested in specific pieces, sometimes I'll mention which ones I have. But typically, you'll find all of that on Instagram. So on Instagram, I post the pieces I am selling. So without further ado, let's dive in. So I'm so excited about this series because at first it started off with one piece and it grew to something so much bigger. And Jim Shore has his Heartwood Creek collection, where he has his White Woodland collection, which is so much larger and vast. And that is what eventually inspired him to take that into Disney Traditions. And the first piece he did that with, the very first piece, is this one, and it's called Precarious Pyramid. Now, before I dive into this, I want to give you a heads up. If you're looking to collect a specific collection and you want to start big, this is the one, okay? So this is definitely the White Woodland series that you want to start with. Why? Because it's relatively, for the exception of one piece, two pieces, I forgot I have to bring another one right now. For the exception of two pieces, it's relatively quite easy to collect, which is really exciting. And with some Disney magic, we brought our other piece I completely forgot. We'll discuss that in a moment. So this is a very easy set to collect and to own for the most part. Two pieces will be a little bit of a challenge and will probably cost you a pretty penny, but for the most part, these are all being sold at original MSRP. So the value they were when they launched, they're probably like $5, $10, at tops $15 more. So it's still a very collectible series. And what I love about this series is, again, I mentioned this in some of my previous videos I've been filming, and these videos in particular I've been filming, you can check them out. At the very end of this video, I'm going to link one of the videos, but like the storybook series or the Carved by the Heart series, this series as well, they're series that you can start collecting, and instead of owning the entire collection or trying to collect all of the Pocahontas pieces or Snow White pieces, and you don't have the space, or you have limited funds and you want to have a part of the collection but not own like this ridiculousness that you see back here, then these are series that you can collect and still own a piece of the movie, and it really looks and displays beautifully with your within your showcases or your shelving units, etc. So let's dive in. So Precarious Pyramid. Now this is the first piece ever made, and it is a holiday themed Seven Dwarfs piece. And what I love about this is the mixed media. So you have this silver tinsel. So as we zoom in, this silver tinsel is wrapped around the dwarves, and it is just absolutely adorable. Just look at that. It's super cutie. And more so in the front, you can experience it even more. I mean, just look at how beautiful this is. And I love how he's able to capture the seven dwarves. Their faces look incredible. And then you get that pop of red in the Santa hats, which are super duper 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 cutie. That pop of red really brings this piece out. Now, this piece initially launched for $75 when it first came out. you could still get it for under $110. So it hasn't gone up drastically. And it is, again, the most adorable piece ever. And it's the first ever White Woodland piece ever made from Disney Traditions. It's super duper cutie. Many times people forget about this piece because when they think of White Woodland, they think of the princesses, but this piece was the original. I absolutely adore it. Now, following this piece, he released 4 additional pieces. Now, these pieces were princess pieces, and we're going to start with the first one being, we'll do snow, right? So here we have Forest Friends. And this piece is so beautiful. Now again, what you're going to notice about the White Woodland is everything is very muted in color. It's like this ivory color. He has peeled and depleted all color tone from these pieces, and it's very it has like this white like a white water wash on all of the pieces. So it's not that traditional aesthetic, but yet so beautiful, and their portraits look so amazing. Now, I absolutely love this piece so much. As you zoom in on all the details, what I love about this piece is Snow's portrait. It is, in my experience, one of the best snow portraits from all of the Jim Shore pieces. She is absolutely beautiful. I love the bunny rabbits, the raccoons, the chipmunks, the deer, and how they're all embracing her. There's this little pastel. You'll notice hints of pastel colors. So you see the greenery here right on the base. It has this quilted grass base as well, which is beautiful. I love the oval shape of the base as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then you have his signature rose walling detailing, and it's that quilted pattern here, and it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this piece originally retailed for $60. You can find her for under $75 in the secondary market. So there you have it. Now, you might get lucky and maybe like your nearby Hallmark still sells it. So like go check it out with them. I do believe that I still have one of her available. She's up on my eBay store. You can go check that out. It's always free shipping, or you can contact me on Instagram and save on taxes as well. So if you also contact me on Instagram, I always sell cheaper than I would on eBay because eBay's fees. So do take that in mind. I do end up giving you an additional like 10 to 15% off than what the price is going for on eBay. So if you PM me, I may still have one on hand. Following that piece, we have this piece. Now, this piece also, I have one on hand still. It's called Playful Pantomime, and this one has gotten a little bit more difficult to come across. It's still readily available, but it's not that it's difficult, it's just gone up in price. And it's one of my all-time favorite pieces because how tall it is. It's the tallest piece in the White Woodland series. And it's none other than Aurora in the forest scene with all of her forest friends that she just met as they are disguised as Prince Philip, and they are having this warm embrace and dance. It's my favorite scene in the movie, and quite possibly one of my favorite Disney songs ever. And here we have the rabbits disguised as the boots. So the rabbits typically would be a much darker brown, but they're muted, as you can see. I love the pebbles and the grass. It's like this pebble effect he created with like this rose mulling detailing and the fuzzy grass effect. Again, another oval base. Again, look at the intricacy. What you're going to notice with White Woodland is he goes a lot heavier on the rose mulling detailing because there is that lack of color. The rose mulling really pops as well and doesn't like create a distraction if it were vivid with color, right? So absolutely beautiful. Look at the cape. It's completely encrusted with rose mulling detailing. The owl, and then you have the squirrel right above with the hat. And again, the hat is ivory. The boots are ivory. Her dress is that ivory color, but she looks so amazing. This piece is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Again, this piece retailed for $60. It does sell right now for about $80 to $85. So it's like $10 more pricier than the Snow White right now in the secondary market. Following that, I would say this is the most difficult piece to come across from the White Woodland series. That is a piece that has been manufactured since it started. For some reason, this piece is very difficult to come across, and this one has gone up a pretty penny. This one is Wondrous Wishes, and it's Jasmine with Raja. And I know exactly why, and it's because like 1 out of like 4 of these, Raja's tail is broken. So because of that defect, this piece didn't really get like a second edition print run. And on top of that, so many of them were defected. So there's like a quarter of the supply that was made came damaged. So again, those have either been returned or disposed of, right? So here we have it. Now this piece also retailed for $60. This piece right here goes for, right now, close to about $100. 115 tops is what you're going to be paying for this piece. So again, that's like the most expensive of all of these pieces, for the exception of 2 we're going to discuss at the end. This is the most you're going to pay. So again, that ballpark that you can find these pieces for is anywhere from $60 to $115 is what you're looking at paying for these pieces. And this piece is absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love the Indian inspired base. It is so beautiful. Just look at that. It looks like lace. It is absolutely gorgeous. And then you come up, and I love the gold accents on Jasmine's shoes. It looks beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The rose mulling details coming up her pants. Her necklace as well has, and her necklace and earrings are painted in that gold. The bird right above her hand. And then of course we have Raja. And Raja looks the absolute best. This is the most detailed Raja within the entire series. He looks amazing, amazing, amazing. And fun fact, this piece does come colored. There is a colored piece to this. It was exclusive to Colby Collectibles, a United States retailer. I don't believe they have it anymore, and it retailed for $60. That piece launched in 2000 and I like to say it was 2019, early 2019. They no longer make it. It was exclusive only to them, and it was only within the United States. So if you are in the UK, because I know so many of you are following me in the UK and in Europe, that's a piece you'd have to find here. Now you can contact, again, they are Colby, like Colby Jack State, Colby Collectibles, and you can go to colbycollectibles.com and message them. And they do ship internationally at a fee, of course, but you can contact them or find them on Facebook to see if they still have stock. Now, they are not selling it for $60. If they are reselling it, it's probably going to be like $80, $85, so it's a little steeper. Last I checked, they had, I don't know if they still had it or if they didn't, but this was a few months ago that they had like some extra stock and they were selling, but that was a few months ago, so I'm not sure if they still have it. So it's something you'd have to check for yourself. But there you have it, if you want the colored version. And the last piece within this first wave that came out that also retailed for $60 is Bookish Beauty. And it's none other than Belle. And it's that scene in the town where she's reading her book and she's singing. And it's absolutely adorable because it's the first time we get all the sheep with her. I wish we would have had the fountain, but I think that's a big ask, right? And here we have, again, this oval base. And it's this cobblestone base, which looks gorgeous. Just look at the details on that. And then we have the sheep. And the sheep look absolutely gorgeous with the gray rose mulling details. And then you have her dress with that diamond, that geometric diamond print coming up her dress. My favorite part of this piece is this woven basket. Look at the details on that basket. It looks real. It looks like it's a mixed media woven basket, which is insane to think that it's just stone resin. And then of course you get the pop of color with her book, that royal blue book, which is so iconic, and you do remember that, her picking out that blue book and it popped. That's the only thing that stayed true to its color in this piece. Everything else has been washed down. And again, her portrait looks amazing, amazing. I'm not sure you can tell from here, but the book actually has like scribbles as if you know, there is literature on it. It looks incredible. Love, 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 love this piece so much. This piece goes now in the secondary market for about $75 as well. Yay. Now, following that, we did get another piece, and it's this one, and it's the first Fab 5 piece. It's Frosty Friendship. I'm sorry, it's a Fab 4. We don't have Goofy and we don't have Daisy in this piece. So here we have Mickey, we have Minnie, Donald, and Pluto, and they're all building a snowman. Again, look at the base. And you only get this with White Woodland, this incredible detail. This floral pine base is just absolutely gorgeous. The snow and how it, it has the waves. Like it looks like a bed of cushion, and the waves, it just looks amazing. And then here we have Minnie, and we have Mickey, and Pluto's ears. And if you notice, they're this beautiful hue of gray. It's like a bluish gray, which looks so beautiful. You notice that on the hat as well. So instead of black, black becomes muted, and it becomes this grayish color. And I love, love, love that he does that. We have Donald up here as well, which he's so freaking adorable. And then again, we have Pluto. And Pluto's mixed media tail's also been painted gray. It just looks amazing. I love that Donald is incorporating the hat. Mickey is sustaining Donald. Minnie is plugging in the nose. And then we have Pluto, who's salivating over the carrot because he wants the carrot. It's so freaking adorable. Now, when this piece came out, it was $80. So at this moment in time, the pieces started to go up in value. They were no longer $60. They went up drastically. So this one was $80 when it came out, when it was released. It's an absolute beautiful piece. I actually just recently sold it on eBay. I had one left over and it already sold, but you can still readily find this, and you're going to pay anywhere from about $80 MSRP price to about $95 for this. So that's what you're expected to get. I did mention the name on this, right? Yeah, Frosty Friendship. Now, following this piece, we ended up getting 2 other pieces from the Princess series. And here we have, this is one of the most gorgeous ones, Darling Dreamer. And again, the White Woodland collection is like literally my all-time favorite series because the detail on it is way better than the standard line. And here we have none other than Cinderella. And it's the first time we get Cinderella in her pink form. Outside of the very, very, very difficult pink dress to get, which is nearly impossible. It's ranked within the top 20 most expensive trim short pieces. If you have it, comment below. If it's on your grail list, comment below. Outside of that piece, this is like we're getting a full-fledged version of her in her pink dress. But again, it's been washed down, right? So you see this subtle baby, as you zoom into the details here, these subtle baby pink colors, but very subtle, and even here in the geometric rose mullen detail, just subtle hints of pink. Now, fun fact, this piece did come in a full pink version, which is right over there. And it's also exclusive to Colby Collectibles. Colby Collectibles created 3 exclusive pieces. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I lied. That is not a Colby Collectible piece. So sorry. That is not a Colby Collectible exclusive. Colby Collectibles did carry it. It was a United States Jim Shore signing exclusive. So you had to go to an exclusive signing event throughout the country. Jim, honestly, the signing event was mainly on the East Coast. For the most part, it was like an East Coast signing event. And it was actually my first time I met Jim Shore. And I forget, Bronner's, I believe, is where I purchased it. It's like this big market where they sell everything, and they have this vast collection of Jim Shore. But anyhow, that's where I purchased it, and it retailed at the time for $75 is what it was going for, the pink one. It has now become very difficult to come across, and retails for like $150 to $200. And they're all signed, by the way, so they've been signed on the bottom. And the year of that was, I believe, 2019 was when that was released. This came out in 2018, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Now, when this piece came out, it was $75. And again, as I mentioned, as we zoom back on the details here, you see the pumpkins. They're, again, lightly washed. The greenery and the vines of the pumpkins and the leaves. You have the spool of thread, and then you have the little mice. You have Jack and Gus. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. What I love about this is this dress always reminded me, whenever I thought about this dress, I thought of a cake. And you have the bows, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Her her teal necklace, which has been washed and it looks a little pink. And then, of course, the bow and her hair. It's just, look at that portrait. It is absolutely beautiful. This piece you could still get for under $90. It's still readily available, so you can still get it. And at the same time this piece came out, he also released this one. And the name of this piece is Innocent Ingenue. And how freaking adorbs is this piece? And now y'all are going to butcher me, and this is the time where I should ask Google what's Rapunzel horse's name, which is not her name, it's Finn's horse. But hey, let's ask Google. What's Finn's horse's name? What's the name of the horse in Rapunzel? I've only watched the movie once. Here's information from Maximus! Yeah, there we go. I'll never forget. So we have Maximus, and we also have Pascal. So Pascal is right here, right on her shoulder. He's so tiny, but he's there, and I love that they added that. And again, another oval base, which I love. And then I absolutely adore Maximus. So this is like finally where they're embracing each other after so much resentment. He's finally embracing her, and the way they're looking eye to eye is just, look at those details. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the rose molding details on his limbs. They're beautiful. The saddle, look at this saddle, the detail on that. It's like this mustard orange and this mustard yellow, and then you have the grayness. It's absolutely breathtaking. What I love the most though of this piece is Rapunzel's dress. Look at all of the rose molding. It's like a light lavender hint rose molding details encrusted throughout the entire dress. And again, this is like one of the pieces where we feature her hair like just so lusciously. Look at the waves of the hair. It is a gorgeous piece. Now when this piece came out, just like the Cinderella, it was $75, $80. This piece has gone up in price as well, so you're gonna pay like anywhere from $100 to $110 for it. And look at that portrait of hers. It is just absolutely beautiful. Love this piece so much. Now following that, I like to call this era the worst era of White Woodland collection. It was like, this is like one of those derpy derp moments, and let's just zoom in on the derpy derp face right now, because everyone hated this portrait of Ariel. And the name of this piece is Spirited Siren. And we were so excited for this piece, but when the initial render of it came out, everyone was like, okay, what's wrong with her face? She looks Latina, and like, it's just too round. Like, what's going on? And then we have Max. So this is the first appearance ever in the series of Max. We never saw Max before, so I'm so glad we got Max here. And then we also have Scuttle. This is the second appearance of Scuttle in the series. But her face, it's just like, what's going on? So that was like that was just heart-wrenching for everyone. Her hair was also orange. So yes, White Woodland makes the pieces lighter, but their hairs are never really, yeah, their hair looks a little lighter, but it looks, that orange really triggered a lot of people too. A lot of the collectors. And so this piece right here, people really disliked it. Now again, I love that we got her in the pink dress version, right? Scuttle and Max look impeccable. The base is stunning. I wish it would have had more of a seashell-inspired base. It's still nevertheless pretty, but it doesn't really go with the Little Mermaid aesthetic. And again, it's that portrait that really kills this piece. Now, when this piece came out, it was $70. You could still find it for under $80. It has not been a popular piece, unfortunately. Following that, there's this piece, which some people found disappointment in. I don't really have any qualms with this piece. I think it looks amazing. This is Bayou Beauty, and it is the White Woodland Princess and the Frog. And then here we have Louis the Crocodile, and I'm almost confident that's his name. I'm going to ask Google again because I'm the worst. Princess and the Frog, crocodile name.
Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis.
According to Pinterest.
So we have Lewis the crocodile, and he's playing his, now you're going to butcher me, I'd assume that's a trumpet. I hope I'm right. And then we have Tiana. And again, one thing you'll notice about the series is their complexion, for the most part, stays the same, and their hair. Everything else is washed down. And her complexion looks amazing. Some people criticized her face. I think it looks great, you know. I mean, it's not like spot on Tiana, but it looks pretty good. And it was in this wave, these two pieces, where the portraits just got a lot of crap for them. Now, I absolutely love the base with the lily pads. It looks gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. And then look at the lily pads and the florals here. It looks gorgeous. She's sitting on this tree trunk. And there is the rose mulling detail. Now, I will say, her dress is very vague. Her dress is known to be, by far, the most elaborate princess dress of all princess dresses. And we're not getting any of the intricacy outside of this rose mulling detail. So that was a disappointment for some people as well. Now, she does look amazing. And then we have Louis. And this is the first appearance in a series of Louis, and everyone loved, they gagged over this piece. This is a piece I wish we'd get in a full color version. By the way, I hope we get all these pieces one day fully colored. That would be so awesome. But here you have it. Now, again, this piece retailed for $80 when it first launched. And you can still find it for under $90 in the secondary market. And just for time context, these came out in 2021, early 2021. All right, so following that, we have the next, let's say the next two pieces, yeah. So we have this one right here, and it is Whimsy and Wonderland. And I absolutely love this piece so much. It is the cutest piece ever. Just zoom in on the details. It is none other than Alice sitting on top of what is a mushroom, but in England, right before she goes down the rabbit hole. And she's with Dinah. And this is the second appearance in the series we get Dinah. The first one was in the Windchime, which is probably one of the most impossible pieces to get. It's very difficult. And outside of that, this was technically like everyone's first opportunity to own Dinah within their collection. And so here she's embracing Dinah. Dinah looks absolutely gorgeous. I love that her eyes are green. Alice looks, again, beautiful. You see just some subtle hints of baby blue within the dress, but that's about it. And then right below, you have the white rabbit and the Cheshire cat. And this is just look at this piece. It is gorgeous. Now, there was a collector in one of our Disney groups on Facebook that actually took the time to paint this piece. So she painted it, and it came out amazing. And I'm like, oh, I would never paint it myself personally, or hire someone to paint it, a professional, just because it's not an original. It's a customized piece. But I really do hope that we eventually get these White Woodland pieces colored, because they're just absolutely beautiful. Now, this piece retailed for $80 when it launched. This piece launched in 2021, late 2021. And again, you can still find it for under $95 in the secondary market. Following that piece, this piece also launched, and it is my favorite White Woodland piece ever made. Honorable Heroine. It is it's my favorite Mulan piece ever made, and it's my favorite White Woodland piece. The detail on this piece, y'all, it's like far none, one of the most detailed Jim Shore pieces ever made. And so, look at the intricacy of this bench with the gold geometric Asian-inspired print. It is gorgeous. Look at this muted sky blue base, and then look at the front. The cherry blossom trees, like how gorgeous is that? And I forget the name of this dog, so we're gonna ask Google, because if I don't ask, I'm gonna forget. The name of the dog in Mulan.
Little Brother.
Little Brother. Okay, I did not know that. I've only ever watched Mulan once, and I thought it's an okay movie. I didn't really get the hype. I didn't care for it. The live action was meh, but I wasn't a fan of it. I know I'm going to get butchered right now in the commentary section. You're going to be like, what? I love Mulan. No. I mean, absolutely beautiful piece. If you look at the base, it's this cobblestone base. And then when you come up, you have Mushu and little brother. And look at the details in her dress. Look at the florals. It is just out of this world. I am just breathtaking piece. The red and Mushu really pops in this piece the most. He really becomes a big highlight in it. But then you look at the base and her dress, it's just the juxtaposition of what he created in this piece was a masterpiece. This is, like, in my experience, by far, like, one of the most detailed and beautiful and most thought after pieces ever made in the entire collection. And then the fish scales on the bottom of the dress, but most importantly, look at this portrait. It's the best Mulan portrait I've ever seen. It is just perfection. This piece launched at $80. Now this piece has gone up in price. You'll notice that it's about $95 to $105. So it has gone up in price. It is one of the smallest White Woodland pieces, but it packs a powerful punch. It's one of my absolute favorites. All right, next we have Brave Beauty. And it's none other than Pocahontas. And she's kneeling by this tree trunk. You have Miko. And he looks adorable right over here. We have the little critters as well. And you have her hummingbird friend, which again, I forget the name. And I that one I'm not going to Google because I know it's going to come to me. And how freaking adorable is this piece? One of my favorite Disney movies ever. I don't know how many times I watched this movie. And it is just absolutely beautiful. I love her embrace and how she's staring at Miko. The complexion of her skin is just gorgeous. The thick black hair. I mean, such a beautiful piece. This piece launched for $80. This piece came out early I lie. This piece came out in 2021. It came out almost late to mid 2021. And it's just absolutely beautiful. You can still find it for the same price it launched, for about $80 in the secondary market. Following that piece, we have this piece, and this one is called Passionate Pixie. Still relatively easy to come across. Same MSRP price. This piece goes for $80, and it's none other than Tinkerbell. And we finally got Tinkerbell, yay! And we got Tinkerbell, and absolutely love this piece. Now, a lot of people are over Tinkerbell and how overkill this piece is, but I absolutely loved it, and I love that they incorporate it because outside of Wendy, I'd love to see the White Woodland series capture like all of Peter Pan and other characters, but for the most part, they capture the females, right? The female power roles in each film. So here we have Tinkerbell repping for Peter Pan, and again, look at this base with the mushroom detailing, the greenery, the daisies. She's sitting on this beautiful mushroom, and then she has this butterfly. I love the rose mulling details here on the side of her dress, and then her pixie dress, and then her wings. But most importantly, I love this butterfly that's on her hand. And it actually has this mixed media wiring, which are like the hands and the antennas of this mixed media. This piece still goes for $80 as well. Beautiful piece. Now, this year, we got this piece, which is the newest piece. Do I still have this, or I still have one more left. It's being sold on eBay, and again, if you're interested, just PM me on Instagram, or go on my Instagram, and I usually post like a picture of like a layout of a bunch of pieces on this very table, and if you just read the description, it says I'm selling it. You can see what the price point is. This one is called Springtime Shawl. Now, this piece right here retails for $95. is the MSRP price. It just launched early this year, 2022. It came out in February, January, and it is none other than this springtime edition of Mickey and Minnie walking through this spring field, taking Pluto out for a stroll. So you have Minnie with her leash, which is with this metal leash in her hand. Again, you're noticing that instead of the black, you get this bluish gray detailing. They look amazing. Look at this beautiful, beautiful base. Now, by the way, I am not selling this at $95. I'm selling it much cheaper. Go check the, I actually have a listing on eBay, or you could just PM me and I'll let you know what the price is. It is absolutely gorgeous. Remember, send the PM on Instagram. And it is just, it's one of my favorites. Why? Because look at all the detailing here. Look at his pants, the pastel in his pants, his suit, the bouquet of flowers. Look at her dress. It's a different variation. When every guy in her in this like pinkish greenish dress. The greenish bow. Pluto looks amazing. This piece is absolutely gorgeous and surprisingly a very underrated piece. A lot of people do not own it. Like this year, I didn't see it in many people's collections, and I was really taken aback because it's one of my favorites and it's done so exquisitely. Absolutely love it. And the last two pieces that we're discussing today are none other than exclusives. Now, these pieces are exclusives. You will not be able to purchase them. They're the most difficult two pieces, so it's difficult to come across in the secondary market. This is one of them. Now, this was a Colby Collectibles exclusive as well. Just like I mentioned, the colored version of this one was a Colby Collectibles exclusive, so was this one. So this white woodland piece was something there. Now, this original piece this concept was already created. It was called Something There, and it was already created a while back, and it was in its full colored form, which is one of the most difficult Beauty and the Beast pieces to come across. It ended up getting a reprint in the UK. It got 2 reprints in the UK, and here we have it again in this white woodland color. And this piece, again, when it launched, it was $60 at Colby Collectibles. It goes for about almost $200 now in the secondary market. It was exclusive only to one retailer. That is it, and only in the United States. And as you can see, it's this washed, beautiful piece. Look at Beast's cape. His cape, and his cape is that deep royal blue in the film, and hers is that deep burgundy, and here you get like that baby, it's almost like a pinkish color, and his is that baby blue color. His portrait looks incredible. She looks amazing. You see they're feeding the birds. There's the bird feed is on the snow as it is on his palms. It is just such a beautiful piece, and again, it's become a little challenging to come across as well. So there you have it, Something There. Last but certainly not least, I actually mentioned this in my previous video if you watched the storybook series. This one is Love Endures, and it's part of the storybook series. Now, as you can notice, it's been signed by Jim Shore. This was a European exclusive signing. You can only purchase this in Europe. It was never released in the States. It's the movie title Beauty and the Beast in the back, as you can see right there. There, it's been signed. And this is, we already got the original storybook series. You can watch that previous video. I actually just filmed it the previous week, so go check that out on my channel. Go look at that video. But this piece right here is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm going to be honest, I was disappointed, and I wasn't excited when they first announced this piece, because when they first announced this piece, I did not want the storybook series in a white woodland. I wish they would have made any other piece in any one of these pieces, but in a colored version exclusive to the signing, but instead they made this, and it's like, ugh, really? Why are we doing that? So it is what it is, but nevertheless, it's a gorgeous piece. I mean, just look at the variation of how different it is from the original. It is absolutely beautiful. Beast looks just the absolute best. Now, this piece retailed for $65 when it launched. It now goes for $150 minimum. You're not going to find this piece for under $150. Now, if you live in either like the Netherlands, Ireland, the UK, Wherever you find your most popular retailers in the UK and Europe, you could potentially find this piece for under $100, right? After eBay, it's easier if you're if you are overseas. You're probably gonna find it after shipping for like under $100. If you're here in the States, this piece never goes up in the secondary market. I've never seen it on Mercari. It went up on eBay, I think twice ever. That was it. And so you're gonna have to find a connection internationally to ship this to you, and the minimum you're gonna pay for this is $150 minimum. I paid $140 for it. A dear friend of mine, Anita, found it for me. And if you want to know more, the best advice I can give you to finding it is go on eBay, and when you do your search engines, make sure to include international, like the UK, just so you can see those listings as well. And my second tip is join Disney Avengers on Facebook. It's a European Facebook group. It's such an amazing and kind group of people. I'm telling you, people overseas in the UK and Europe, they sure know how to do things. It's such an amazing group, one of my favorite Facebook groups. And you can put up a post and say, hey, I'm looking for this. Can someone support me? And you'll probably find someone who would be willing to find it for you. Again, do bear in mind, you're going to pay a finder's fee for that, their time, and plus shipping. Shipping for this is going to be like $35 to $50. So bear that in mind as well. And with that being said, that wraps up the complete Disney Traditions by Jim Shore White Woodland collection. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, but most importantly, don't forget to hit that smash button and stay connected with us. I have so many other videos for you to look at, so if you're looking for hours of entertainment and a little backstory on what you can pay for these pieces and what the median price point is, feel free to look at this channel. It's a little bit more, it's not just Disney, which is my most popular content on this channel. It's not so niche. You're gonna find a little bit of everything, and my channel is really inspired by everything I had growing up. So it's very 90s inspired. So go look back at all of our retro unboxings and videos. Comment below, stay connected. Don't forget to connect with me on Instagram if there's any. Many of you have been messaging me on Instagram, and I'm always open to just connecting and just, follow each other and stay connected within the community. So so stay connected, stay amazing, y'all, stay blessed, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.